Hey, what's up, everybody? Let me just get this. I'm trying to get like both these cameras set up, so just hold on a second. So, welcome to everybody that's watching through YouTube and also watching through Facebook Live through the Real Milwaukee Bucks group. I haven't been able to post videos in a while because just unnecessary drama that's been going on with the wrestling community in Wisconsin, and it's just sad that that nobody can get along and people don't have like second chances in life. They want to just hate and hate and hate, and all they can do is just bring like one thing from your past, and it seems like that's all they're good for, just bringing stuff from your past, and it ain't cool. It's like they have nothing in their own life to be worried about, but they just worry about me. So, but I'm glad there's other people that that's doing good in the wrestling community and all that good stuff, and so it's like it's spreading more and more and more. Like vets are getting up there, so I'm glad there's more to go out there than just like certain particular ones, and just glad there's more out there. But enough about that. Let's talk about the Milwaukee Bucks. Great playoff run. Wish they would have made it all the way because they surprised everybody by being the number one seed this past season, and I think nobody would have projected that. I really didn't project that. I thought they was gonna be like the number four seed. They'll at least get past the first round, which they did get past the first round. So that was good news on that part. And I think it was one of the best playoffs runs that they ever did because I think they could have won it all, but things happen and just wasn't. I guess it just wasn't meant to be yet, and most likely when Toronto was trying to, you know, it's mainly just their defense that they did right. It's the defense. It's like Toronto's defense. Because everybody credited that it was all Kawhi Leonard that guarded Giannis and stuff. It was a team effort that they did. It wasn't Kawhi. It was just a team effort and what the coach did to stop Giannis. And Middleton had a bad game, and Bledsoe didn't have that good of a game either. So you need to like expect more from your starting lineup just to do better. So hopefully next season they will do better because I think this coming season is like their better opportunity to win the championship now before it gets crazy because you got all these trades that's coming up during the summer with now Malcolm Brogdon going to the Pacers. You got Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant going to Brooklyn, and Al Horford to the Sixers and things like that. Mainly Boston, I wouldn't say they got a little bit better, but they got like something that's like, how can I explain this? Like something that they can have a future with Kemba Walker. It's mainly like a future with them. Because I wouldn't say like they ready right now to be in that championship level or anything like that, but they proved they can do it without Kyrie Irving when they, winning that run the year before when he was injured. But I guess, because they were projected to be like the favorites to be like the number one seed, but with like issues and stuff, that didn't happen. And but to anybody that's watching right now live on Facebook, if you want to ask questions or just want to give your 2 cents in about the season that the Bucks have and next season, so just go ahead, chat away, post comments on here, and just I read them while we're on live right now on Facebook. and just go from there. But 60 and 22, best record in the NBA, and they had like home court advantage throughout the playoffs, including the NBA Finals, but they didn't reach the NBA Finals. But they swept Detroit. They did a gentleman sweep in with Boston, and they won the first two games in Milwaukee against Toronto. Then Toronto just beat them like 4 games straight, and I guess I was a little bit worried about Toronto because I was thinking I'd rather them like face the Sixers at that time than Toronto, but the season series that they beat Toronto like 3 games to 1 in the season series, but it just didn't go that way as planned. So it was a good thing Giannis did win MVP for the 2018-2019 season, which was we were very hopeful, and it ended up being very good that he did win it. And they recently did have like a celebration of him winning his MVP award. He celebrated with his brothers, and it was just like pretty good that he celebrated with his that his brothers had came in town. And you know they signed one of his brothers, Thanasis. He's gonna be playing with Milwaukee for, I think it's a 2-year contract, I believe. So Bucks got him for the next 2 years, and I guess one of his favorite players to play with, Giannis said, was his brother. So I guess we're gonna put that thing to the test this season and see how that goes. Um, what else is there to talk about? Martin Brogdon, although he's not with the team anymore, he had a good season where they did the 50, 40, and 90, like 50% from the field, 40% from 3-point range or higher, something like that, and 9% from the free throw line. So he had a good season until he got injured close to the end of the season. They didn't come back into the Boston series, which what's the funny thing was that Paul Pierce was saying that it was over for the Bucks, but if it was, in my opinion, I think it was good that they finally got out the first round. Then maybe next season, well, this coming season they do better, but they did better than expectations. So, but now their expectations this coming year will be very high, and be interesting to see if they're going to get that, especially with the acquisitions that they got. They got Kyle Korver. They picked up Wesley Matthews. They re-signed Chris Middleton. They also re-signed Brooke Lopez. Re-signed George Hill. They also got Brooks' brother, Robin Lopez. So we got 2 sets of brothers on the team. So it'll be interesting. And a couple of players they got, Cam Reynolds and Frank Mason the third, I believe his name is. They got them both on 2-way contracts, and Luke Mayer or something like that. I can't pronounce his name at the moment. From North Carolina, so they did got him, but there's a situation with that because it seems like they got more than 17 players that they supposed to have. So, and plus, before the preseason starts, they're gonna have to add more people for the training camp and maybe fight for a position or whatever the case may be. And they got the 7-footer. I know his last name is Bender, but I forgot his first name. So they picked up him from Phoenix. I guess Phoenix let him go, and they signed him up. So I think with him, he's gonna be like more of a project. Kind of like the thing they kind of did with Thon Maker, but the guy is like 21, and I guess they'll see what he can do with that. But my overall with the Bucks this season, they had some good games and they had some like great games. And they had games that you just like ooh and ah and just wilding about. I have to give this season an A minus. Well, only reason I give this season for them like an A minus because they did better than expected, and also with like few injuries that happened. Because if they was all like healthy and like made it all the way through the season, then it would have been they would have got an A plus for me. But for me, I just graded them an A minus. So it was a great season, great playoff run, and I just wish they would have made it all the way to the NBA Finals and probably could have won it against Golden State. But with the West, that's changing now. It's like anybody in the West can win it, and anybody in the East can win it. So it's kind of like finally even out. Besides having the 4 All-Stars on one team, and now last season, Dylan Golden State had like 5 All-Stars on one team, and what kind of I wouldn't say kill the NBA, but kind of have fans be like less interest in watching the NBA. But now, since the summer is all set up, and it seems like from the free agencies, the NBA draft, all that stuff is just set up to be like maybe one of the best seasons in the NBA that's coming up. So I think it will be a good upcoming NBA season. It's like anything can happen, and you're just wishing that just hoping your team will be the ones that come up on top. In Vegas, they got the Bucks projected as one of the top teams that can win the title, like one of the 6 teams, and also they think they're gonna have like the best record in the NBA once again. They projected that, but there's just one of the main 4 teams that they project that will win the championship from other sources, because they got the Sixers, the Lakers, and the Los Angeles Clippers. So, like I said, if y'all want to comment before we get off the air, just like what you want to say about the Bucks this season, or if you want to just talk about what next season expected, or what you expect from them, or what you grade them based on last season. Just wherever the case may be, Bucks wise, just post it on there or post it on the comments. That for the USA team, I know like a lot of players have been dropping out, but they have Chris Middleton and Brook Lopez on the USA team, and I think they added another Buck recently, but I forgot who it was that they added on there. But yeah, they recently did add like another player. I just can't think of who it is. And also, there was a video out that's showing like Giannis working with his 3-point shooting and shooting with Kyle Corbett. So that's something good there. That I don't know what it was. It was like his mid-range game was okay the season before, but it just wasn't that good this past season. But his 3-pointers were getting better and better. But crazy enough, crazy things have happened. So I'm thinking I'm probably gonna do another video probably as soon as the scheduling, the NBA season schedules come out. They came out with the preseason, and they only got like 2 games that they're gonna have played at home on the preseason. They're gonna have Utah I think that's the 7th, and I think they're gonna have Minnesota on the 17th, I believe. But I know they faced Dallas, Washington, Chicago, and it was another team I can't even remember. So I apologize for that. Let's see if there's anything. Is there anything else? Like I said, they had an MVP celebration. I don't know if they're gonna have like the block party or anything like that just yet. They didn't give us information on that, but Friday I get to go to the tour to see the whole arena, including like the Bucks locker room and stuff like that. So I get a private tour, so that's going to be pretty good. I'm probably going to put like pictures up in the group and just go from there. Because possibly I may be a season ticket holder. Who knows? But it's just, I guess I'm just thinking about should I be a season ticket holder or should I wait for it? But I got time to think about it, and it's a possibility. So we'll see. And I probably won't make a decision being a season ticket holder until the NBA schedule comes out, and try to go to like at least once a month. At least go to one of the games once a month or maybe more, but you never know. Um, and let's see. Of course, they're gonna have their practice run where they're gonna show people like their practice and whatever. I didn't go to it last year because I thought it wasn't worth going because because normally they do like the meet and greets and you get your photos taken and get to play games with the fans and stuff. Although they didn't do it last year because I guess that was Jason Kidd's idea for doing that. I had practice and had them like meet and greet and stuff like that. I guess that was one of his ideas that he had, but I guess Mike Budenholzer was in favor of it. That's what I heard. It could be a different story, but that's just I'm going by from what I heard. You got that going on, and just hopefully, I just can't wait for the season to start. So a lot of things, lot of series and playoffs and all that stuff are there all through this coming season. So it should be a good one. But if anybody have like, just comment below just what you think on what they did good, what they didn't do good, or what your opinions about the Bucks in general. So just let us know about that. But I'm gonna close it out here, and like I said, probably the next video I would do will be when they release the NBA schedule, or if anybody want to do like maybe a weekly podcast of doing it for the Bucks and stuff. You want to talk about like the Bucks and stuff, or just do like a weekly podcast, or who wants to join? Just let me know. We're just getting like some stuff set up for the podcast. We're probably going to end up going back to a certain podcast station, so we'll see. But until then, y'all just have a oh, they just called it a bad time. But anyways, y'all have a good one.